Have you ever sat in a quiet room and realized it's too quiet? The kind of quiet that doesn't feel peaceful, it feels empty. Maybe the phone hasn't rung in days, or the kids are too busy to visit, and suddenly loneliness creeps in like an uninvited guest. You're not alone. Millions of seniors feel this way. And here's the surprising truth. Loneliness can affect your health just as much as smoking or obesity. But what if I told you there's one simple change, just one, that can ease that loneliness faster than traditional therapy? It's not a pill. It's not a program. It's something far more human, and it starts with connection. Hi there, friend. Today, we're having a real heart-to-heart conversation about something that affects so many people in their later years, but doesn't get talked about enough: loneliness. Now, I know this isn't exactly cheerful, but stay with me, because what we're about to share could make the difference between just passing time and truly enjoying life again. Whether you're living alone, retired, missing a spouse, or just feeling that ache of isolation, you deserve more than just getting by. You deserve joy. You deserve purpose. And the good news is, you don't have to wait for someone else to fix it. Let's explore one powerful shift that can transform your days, reaching out and giving to others. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But keep listening, because the impact is profound. Number 1, giving is the fastest way to end loneliness. Now, before you say, "But I'm the one who needs help," hear me out. There's a beautiful paradox in life. When we give, we receive. Especially as we grow older, giving doesn't just benefit others, it heals something inside of us. You might not feel like you have much to offer, but the truth is, your time, your stories, your listening ear, and even your presence are deeply valuable. Loneliness often stems from feeling invisible, but when you give, you become seen again, needed, appreciated. It could be something as simple as checking in on a neighbor who's recently lost a spouse, helping someone with their groceries, or sending a thoughtful letter to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. These acts may seem small, but they create meaningful moments of connection, and connection is the true antidote to loneliness. And it's not just emotional, it's physical. Science backs this up. Seniors who volunteer, mentor, or engage in regular acts of kindness consistently report lower levels of anxiety and depression, improved self-esteem, stronger immune systems, and even longer life expectancy. Why? Because giving shifts your focus outward. Instead of sitting in isolation, dwelling on what's missing, you step into a moment of purpose. You become part of someone else's story. Let me tell you about Grace, an 82-year-old widow from Oregon. After her husband passed, she spent months barely speaking to anyone. Days felt long and heavy. Then one afternoon, she saw a flyer at the library asking for volunteers to read to kindergartners. She hesitated, but something told her to try. She didn't expect much, maybe a few hours to distract her mind. But that one choice turned everything around. Now, she reads to the same class every Thursday. She says those children don't just listen to her, they light up when they see her. One of them even calls her Grandma Grace. She says, "They gave me a reason to smile again." Here's the key takeaway. You don't need money, strength, or special skills to give. You just need to show up. A listening ear, a kind word, a gentle presence. That's what people remember. That's what builds bridges. So, if you've been feeling disconnected, try flipping the question. Instead of, "Who's reaching out to me?" ask, "Who can I reach out to today?" That one shift can open a door you didn't know was there. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be real, and it starts with you. Number 2, join or create a small circle of connection. Let's face it, walking into a big room full of strangers isn't easy for anyone, especially if you're already feeling alone. Large crowds can feel impersonal, but here's the secret. You don't need many people to feel deeply connected. You just need a few you can count on. Think of connection like a warm fire. You don't need a bonfire to feel the warmth. Just a few glowing embers can be enough. That's what a small, reliable circle can be, a steady source of comfort, belonging, and companionship. Start simple. Think of 3 people, not 30, just 3. People you enjoy, people who listen, people you feel at ease with, even in silence. Maybe it's a cousin you haven't spoken to in a while, a friend from church, a neighbor who always smiles when they see you. Call one of them, invite another over, and most importantly, make it consistent. Start a little tradition. It doesn't have to be fancy. Tuesday morning coffee in the backyard, Wednesday walk and chat around the block, Sunday soup night, where everyone brings something. These little rituals create something to look forward to, a rhythm of connection. When it's predictable, it feels safe. When it's regular, it becomes meaningful. Now, you might be thinking, but what if there's no one nearby? That's a real concern. And here's the good news. You're not limited to your zip code anymore. There are thousands of online communities made just for seniors, and many of them are incredibly welcoming. These aren't just message boards. They're places where real friendships form. You'll find groups for sharing life stories, reading books together, learning new skills, supporting each other through grief or illness. You don't need to be a computer whiz. You just need curiosity and a bit of courage to try. Most platforms are very simple, and there are even step-by-step tutorials to help you get started. And remember this, don't wait for someone to knock on your door. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for an invite, for someone to notice, for the phone to ring. But the real power is in reaching out first. That moment of vulnerability might feel scary, but it's also incredibly powerful, because the truth is, you're not the only one feeling this way. That person you call? They might have been sitting in silence too, just hoping someone would reach out. When you create a circle, you're not just helping yourself, you're offering a lifeline to someone else. And over time, something beautiful happens. That small group starts to feel like family. It becomes a place where you're known, where you're valued, and where your presence matters. So today, take that step. Reach out, invite, begin. A small circle can make a world of difference. Number 3, start a meaningful routine. When every day looks the same, it's easy to start feeling invisible. The clock ticks, the sun rises and sets, and yet something feels missing. That's where a meaningful routine steps in. Not as a schedule, but as a lifeline. A meaningful routine isn't about keeping busy. It's about giving your day intention. Think of it like this. When you wake up and know what's ahead, and more importantly, know why it matters, you feel grounded, you feel alive. Even the smallest actions done with purpose can add depth to your day. Let's break it down. A meaningful routine should include 3 simple ingredients. Something that nourishes you, something that connects you to others, something that gives back or reflects your values. Nourish yourself. Start your morning with a ritual that fills your cup. It could be something as gentle as stretching while listening to calming music, writing one thought in a journal, or sitting with a warm drink while watching the sunrise. This isn't about productivity, it's about presence. Even a 5-minute morning moment of mindfulness or prayer can center your day and shift your mood in powerful ways. Build in micro connections. Connection doesn't always mean deep conversations. Sometimes, a brief but heartfelt moment can change your whole outlook. Here are a few ways to make connection part of your daily rhythm. Call one person each day, even just for 5 minutes. Rotate through old friends, family, neighbors. Send a simple message. I thought of you today when I saw a robin outside my window. Personal, genuine, and real. Wave to people as you take your walk. You might not know their name, but repeated greetings grow into familiarity, and familiarity into friendship. These small, predictable moments reduce the weight of isolation. They remind you, I am still part of the world, I still matter. Create purposeful anchors. Add something into your routine that ties you to what you care about, your values, your memories, your story. Examples include writing down a family memory each day to pass on to your grandchildren, practicing a hobby with intention, gardening, crafting, or playing music. not just to pass time, but as an act of joy or legacy. Setting a weekly gratitude letter day, where you write to someone who's made an impact on your life, even if you never send it. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just add 1 or 2 small acts each day that say, "This is who I am. This is what I care about." These routines become more than habits. They become companions. They give your day shape, your actions meaning, and your heart a quiet sense of belonging. And perhaps most importantly, they're yours. You're not waiting for someone else to schedule your happiness. You're building it yourself, one meaningful moment at a time. Number 4, learn something new together. You are never too old to learn something new. Let's say that again, never. In fact, learning in your senior years isn't just possible, it's powerful. It stimulates your brain, lifts your mood, gives you a sense of progress, and, most importantly in this case, it creates opportunities for meaningful connection. But here's the key: don't do it alone. Learning with someone creates shared experiences, and that's what eases loneliness faster than anything. Because when you and someone else are discovering something side by side, whether it's a new language, a craft, or even a piece of technology, you're not just growing your skills, you're growing a bond. Let's look at a few real-life ways to do this. Buddy up with someone you know. Think about someone in your circle, a neighbor, a family member, someone from your walking group. Ask them, want to learn something new together? It doesn't have to be complicated. Pick one small thing, like watercolors, calligraphy, or how to use video editing on your phone. Then schedule a weekly learning session. You don't need to be experts, you just need to be willing. It becomes a ritual, a reason to connect, and something to look forward to. Turn grandkids into learning partners. Here's a secret: kids love teaching things. Ask them to show you something they know: how to play a video game, how to edit a photo, or how to create a playlist on your phone. Then share something with them in return. Teach them how to knit, or bake, or garden. It becomes a back-and-forth exchange. Suddenly you're not just grandma or grandpa, you're a teammate, learning together. You might even start a weekly Zoom session with a grandchild where each of you teaches the other something small. It's bonding in the most beautiful way. Explore community and online learning together. Don't underestimate how many group learning opportunities are right under your nose. Community centers often have free or low-cost classes, everything from watercolor painting to smartphone basics. Local libraries may host book clubs, writing groups, or computer classes for seniors. Senior centers frequently run hobby classes like quilting, genealogy, or even chair yoga. Not sure who to attend with? Invite someone new. Ask a fellow attendee to grab coffee afterward. Friendships often begin when 2 people are nervous in the same place, trying something new. If you're more comfortable learning at home, try online classes from Senior Planet or other age-friendly platforms, YouTube tutorials on absolutely anything: woodworking, tai chi, origami, storytelling. But again, the magic happens when you share it. After watching a video, call a friend and say, "Guess what I just learned? Let's try it together." Try intergenerational learning exchanges. Some schools and community organizations offer programs where students and seniors teach each other. For example, a teenager helps a senior learn how to use social media. A senior helps a student with public speaking or writing. Not only do you learn new skills, you build a friendship across generations, and those relationships can be surprisingly deep. You start looking out for each other, checking in, and sharing life in a way that's both heartwarming and healing. The bottom line: when you learn something new with someone else, you're not just filling time, you're filling your heart. It gives you a reason to reach out, a topic to talk about, and a sense of progress that's deeply rewarding. So ask yourself, what have I always wanted to try? Who might want to try it with me? Pick something, invite someone, and begin. Loneliness doesn't stand a chance when curiosity and companionship walk in the door together. Number 5, revisit old passions and share them. Let's take a moment to go back in time. Think about something that used to make your eyes light up, something you did not because you had to, but because you wanted to. Maybe it was woodworking in the garage, writing poems that never left your notebook, dancing to old records in your living room, painting landscapes, or collecting stamps. We all have these personal joys tucked away somewhere. And here's the thing, they don't disappear with age. They may lie quiet for a while, but the moment you pick them back up, it's like rekindling a part of yourself. But there's more. It's not just about doing it again, it's about sharing it. That's where the real magic happens. Why sharing your passion matters. When you share a personal hobby, you do more than pass time. You open a door into your story. You give people a reason to engage with you, to ask questions, to connect. And connection is the opposite of loneliness. People are drawn to passion. When they see your eyes light up talking about something you love, they want to be part of it. It becomes a bridge between you and the outside world. Small steps to start sharing. Let's say you used to enjoy photography. Pull out your old photo albums and host a story night with family or neighbors. Share the stories behind the pictures. Were you a gardener? Plant a few herbs in pots and give them away? Or better yet, invite a grandchild or neighbor over and teach them how to grow something together. Love writing? Start with a short memory, a funny childhood moment, a love story, or a favorite trip. Turn it into a one-page story and mail it to a loved one, or read it aloud to someone. You'd be amazed how it sparks conversations. You don't have to do anything fancy. The act of giving part of yourself through your passion makes people feel closer to you, and that shared warmth begins to dissolve loneliness. Transforming passion into purpose. There's something deeply fulfilling about turning a hobby into a way to give. It transforms the joy of the activity into something even bigger, a reason to connect. Here are a few ways. Knitting or crocheting. Join or start a group that makes hats for hospitals or blankets for shelters. Woodworking? Build small toys or birdhouses and donate them to local schools or community centers. Music? Play a short song on the piano and send a video to friends or grandkids. Even better, offer to play during a small gathering or at your senior center. These small acts, born from something you already enjoy, create moments of impact. You feel needed, others feel included, and that's what starts to fill the emotional space that loneliness leaves behind. Real-life inspiration, Harold and the trains. Let's go back to Harold, who loved trains. After years of not touching his old hobby, he cleared out his garage and began building a miniature train village, just a personal project at first. But then he did something different. He invited others in. At first it was just one neighbor's kid, then it became 2, then 5. Now, Saturday afternoons at Harold's house are a tradition. He's not just the guy with trains, he's someone these kids remember, talk about, and care about. And you know what Harold told me? I thought I was doing this to pass time, but what I found was purpose. I'm not alone anymore. The takeaway: your old passion isn't just a hobby. It's a door to joy, a path to purpose, a powerful tool to build connection. So take a moment, ask yourself, what did I once love that I've forgotten? Who could I share it with now? Dust it off, bring it back, invite someone in. Because when you share something meaningful, you create moments that mean everything. You're not alone, you're just one step away. If there's one thing I hope you take away from today's video, it's this: loneliness is not your fault, and it's not your future. It's a feeling, not a life sentence. And the beautiful thing about feelings, they can change. They do change, especially when we take that first step, however small, towards someone else. Let's remember the power of just one change, one phone call, one neighborly wave, one hobby picked back up, one shared laugh or memory. Connection doesn't always come from others reaching out to us. It often comes when we extend a hand first. When we give, we get back tenfold. When we speak, we're heard. When we share, we're seen. And if you're sitting there thinking, but no one wants to hear from me, oh friend, they do. You have stories that matter, wisdom that matters, a heart that matters. This chapter of your life isn't the end, it's a whole new beginning. You've made it through so much. You have the tools, the resilience, and the soul to live this season with joy, connection, and meaning. Oh, and if you know someone who's been feeling a little isolated lately, send this video their way. You never know how much of a difference it could make in someone's day. Thanks for spending time with me today. You're not alone, and you never have to be. Let's keep walking this journey together. Until next time, take care of yourself and take care of each other.